What's up? Thanks so much for clicking on this video. We're just going to hit up on a bunch of topics. A lot been going on lately. We're going to start with Kala'i Rosario, what he's been up to in the Arizona Fall League, but we're also going to talk about Silver Sluggers, how the Twins fared against some of the best teams in baseball this year, some very interesting minor league statcast data, and free agents, potential Twins fits. But again, starting at Kala'i Rosario, in case you missed it last night, he won the Arizona Fall League Home Run Derby. I'm not like a big derby person. I don't think this really reveals a whole lot extra that we didn't know about Kala'i Rosario. We know this guy's got great power. It's still great. It's still fun. It's a confidence-boosting thing for him. He's got bragging rights as well. And this is such a young guy. I think the bigger thing going on here is that after a really bad start for him, he has been on fire there of late. The overall numbers still don't look great, but he's hitting for power. He's got a .519 slugging percentage and an .838 OPS. The batting average, even the OBP, not looking great, still striking out quite a bit. But another thing to keep in mind about this guy, in addition to his youth, he has not played above high A. The farthest along Kala'i Rosario has gotten is with the Colonels. That is very unusual for a guy at this level to be in the Arizona Fall League. We think about some of the great AFL performers of recent Twins memory. Last year, we don't have to look back far. Edouard Julien and Austin Martin were both amazing. But both of those guys had quite a bit of AA experience under their belt before they played in the AFL. So again, that's not the case with Rosario. Going back a little bit further, if you're trying to find somebody about as young as him, we have to kind of go back to Royce Lewis back in 2019. He had a really breakout AFL after kind of a rough year, but even he played in AA before he played in the AFL. So it's pretty impressive that Kala'i Rosario is even kind of holding his own, let alone, he's been really mashing the last few weeks in particular. And kind of doesn't have any business to be making that kind of noise in this league, given that he hasn't faced this level of pitching yet. So of all of the performances, I think his is certainly the biggest one to take note of. So just wanted to call that out, give him a shout out. Congrats on the home run derby, but also really turning heads otherwise. So that's on him. Moving on, going to talk about the Silver Sluggers. If you missed it, the finalists for the Silver Sluggers were announced, and no Twins nominated. No Twins nominated. Each of these positions, I think, had 3, some of them 4 nominees or finalists. No Twins. No Twins. In the American League, only the Twins, Tigers, and A's did not have any nominations. We could kind of nitpick on some of these positions and maybe say like Kepler or Jeffers, or there's some other guys that maybe could have a good argument to be in there, but I don't think there's any real glaring omissions. And it's not as if the Twins had a bad offense. They were 10th in the league in runs per game in all of baseball. In runs per game, 5th in the American League in runs per game. So it's not like as we turn the page and start to think about additions that really the lineup is this huge weakness. But, this kind of hammers home a thought I have that, the Twins really could use a marquee big bopper in the middle of the order, a Silver Slugger type guy, a guy that you think is one of the better hitters in your league at their position. And, again, as it stands, it's not like the Twins had a bad offense, but they didn't have that guy. And we're hoping that with better health next year, Correa and or Buxton can kind of elevate themselves into one of those conversations. But we certainly won't hold our breath there. Anyway, wanted to talk about the Twins against the teams that advanced to the LCS. So basically the final 4 teams. The Twins this season were 5-2 against the Rangers, against the eventual World Series champions. They were 3-0 against the Diamondbacks. So they were 8-2 versus the World Series teams this year. That got to make you feel good. Moving further, they were 2-1 against the Phillies. And they were altogether 5-5 against the Astros. They were 4-2 against the Astros in the regular season, 1-3 against them, of course, in the postseason series. So, that's maybe a good reminder that these things don't go hand in hand. Just because you were good against a team in the regular season doesn't mean you're going to beat up on them in the postseason, and vice versa. As Twins fans, we should know that very well. Some of the World Series teams, that reversal of fortune from the regular season to the postseason happened. So it's not to say that guarantees you anything, but it certainly feels good. Again, the 2 World Series teams you were 8-2 against. All the Final Four teams you were 15-8 against. Moving on to Some interesting statcast data, some of the advanced metrics shared at Baseball America. Of course, all their stuff is behind a paywall, so I don't want to give too much of this away. I want you to go there and subscribe if you haven't. But I got to share some things. Now, I also want you to go there because they had kind of an interesting methodology. They sort of invented a new metric in a way that they're calling age-adjusted hit score plus. So this is on the hitting side. But basically, the Twins ranked 8th in all of baseball in that metric. So, based on these advanced StatCast metrics, the Twins ranked 8th in hitting in this age-adjusted hit score plus. Again, if you want to know what that is, head over to Baseball America, read up on that article. But if you want something more tangible and actually more impressive, I think, is that the Twins are ranked 4th in chase percentage. They had the 4th lowest chase rate, 24.7%. chase rate. League average was 26.6. So the Twins are, I think it goes a little bit both ways. I think the Twins are identifying guys who are naturally patient, who are very strike zone aware, but they're also promoting that. They're trying to develop that as well. So it's sort of that. And that's how you're going to be up in the top 5. You got to be doing both. All right, so to finish things off, let's talk about this free agent ranking of the top 25 guys for this offseason by Mark Feinsand of MLB.com. Not trying to paint this out that this guy's like the foremost source on these things. We'll see other articles like this, but I just want to relay this of what a not very sunshiny picture that he's painted for the Twins here. So he, in addition to giving his list, he gives potential fits, and Twins not listed for Shohei Ohtani. Not a surprise there. Moving on down, a lot of guys coming out from the international scene, making their way to MLB expected this offseason. One of them is Yoshinobu Yamamoto, coming over from Japan. Again, Twins not listed as a potential fit there. Blake Snell, a more known MLB guy, of course. Kind of a hit or miss, boom or bust type of guy, but he had an incredible end to last season. Not listed as a potential Twins fit. Cody Bellinger, somebody who kind of people are speculating would be a great fit for the Twins. Not listed as a potential fit for the Twins. Aaron Nola, great starting pitcher. The Twins could use somebody up at the top of the rotation. Of course, all teams you could say that. Not listed as a potential fit for the Twins. Josh Hader, left-handed reliever, closer, not listed as a potential landing or fit for the Twin. Sonny Gray, our guy. So, of course, a former Twin. Of course, he's going to be listed as a potential fit for the Twins. Expecting the Twins to give him a qualifying offer. I'm expecting him to reject that, but that's going to kind of put the Twins in the driver's seat. So we'll see. We'll kind of obviously be very closely monitoring his free agency. Jordan Montgomery, left-handed starting pitcher, not listed as a potential fit for the Twins. I do think the Twins maybe would like to get a lefty into the rotation. J.D. Martinez, a right-handed power bat, another kind of spot that the Twins could use, but not listed as a potential fit. Might be a little difficult since he's a DH only guy, but he had a really great year, kind of under the radar. Matt Chapman, not listed as a fit for the Twins. Jorge Soler, not listed as a potential fit for the Twins. Eduardo Rodriguez, coming out of his contract with the Tigers, not listed as a potential fit for the Twins. Again, another left-handed starter. I think they might like to add one of those guys. Jung-Hoo Lee, a guy coming out of the KBO, not a potential fit for the Twins. Lourdes Gurriel, a right-handed hitting outfielder, who I think would be a good guy for the Twins to target, to be honest. Not listed as a potential fit for the Twins. Shoto Imanaga, another guy coming over from Japan, not listed as a potential. I know this is getting a bit repetitive, but Teoscar Hernandez, another right-handed hitting corner outfield guy who had a good second half, or kind of ended his season well in his first year with Seattle. Another guy I kind of like as a fit for the Twins, not listed as a potential fit here. Rhys Hoskins, a right-handed hitting first baseman who I think would really fit in nicely for the Twins, also not listed as a fit for the Twins. Lucas Giolito, I'm not really on the Giolito bandwagon, but he does seem like an intriguing kind of salvage project. I'm not very optimistic, but I get why some people are pointing to him as a potential guy the Twins might be interested, but as you see here, not seeing it on this article. Yariel Rodriguez, pitcher coming out of Cuba, not listed with the Twins. Whit Merrifield, which is among the guys who I wouldn't want the Twins to get. He was out, okay? Whit Merrifield was out, taking it personally, okay? Usually I'd say nothing against, no, there is something against this guy. But he's also 35 years old. I mean, I don't know. But he is one of the guys listed as a potential fit for the Twins. I suppose positionally, maybe there's some logic there. I don't know. Marcus Stroman, a guy who I really like as a potential target for the Twins, but not listed as a potential fit on this one. He opted out of his deal with the Cubs. Jeimer Candelario, not listed as a fit. We're getting down toward the end here. Jack Flaherty, not listed as a fit. Oh, boy. Harrison Bader, who, if the Twins are looking for a Michael A. Taylor kind of adjacent guy, that would be certainly someone who could fit in, not listed as a Twins potential fit. And then some other ones beyond there. Not a whole lot that this particular, again, it's not that Mark Feinsand is the ultimate resource on such things, but this doesn't paint a real pretty picture for the Twins for this free agent offseason. Who are some of your favorite targets among that top 25? Let me know.